Dr. John Buttrick said this: if God has blessed and supplied us with an abundance of things, and we see someone in need and do not help, how then can we say that we love that person? God gives us wealth, not that we should be hoarders, but dispensers. Welcome to this week's Hope from the Hills. The Bible says this: honour the Lord with your wealth and with the best part of everything that you own. That's Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 9. Wealth in itself is neither wrong or even offensive to God. After all, he's the one who supplies, provides and blesses each and every one of us. And the measure of our personal material wealth is never an accurate barometer of our standing, favour or relationship with the source and supply of all things. God's perspective on wealth is never limited to simply one of currency. Our bank accounts may seemingly be full, but at the same time, our souls can be impoverished. In short, what we do with our wealth can either enhance good, bless, release and empower others, or create and construct self-sufficiency and self-centeredness that can quickly become a breeding ground for the things done in the darkness rather than the light. When wealth becomes your idol, acquired unmanaged abundance chokes the spirit within us, closing our ears to the voice of the one who in the first place gave it all. Both riches and honour come from you, and you rule over all. In your hand are the power and might, and in your hand is to make great and give strength to all. That's 1 Chronicles chapter 29 and verse 12. If all wealth flows from the loving provision of a God who knows how to give good gifts to his children, then our role is to be sensible, faithful and generous stewards of that which we have been given. God gives all, and God owns all, delegating, designating and apportioning each and every one of us as caretakers of his assets that are temporarily entrusted into our hands. The staggering privilege and responsibility for spending, investing and distributing all of that which we have become accountable for are simply extensions of his purpose, plan and will for our lives. It's not about how much we possess, but it's how we use it and that which he's freely given to us. Our collective calling with regards to riches and wealth is to manage well the generous gifts which we have been given. But if any of you do not provide for his relatives, and especially members of his household, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. That's the Apostle Paul writing to Timothy in 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 8. Life is far more than acquired possessions, making money or building personal empires. Life is knowing and being rich towards God. And whilst it's not deplorable or wrong when your business prospers, you receive a well-earned promotion, or your investments increase in value, the wealth-deceived fool is the one who chooses to use riches for self and who never gives any indication of being rich towards God. The counter to laying up personal treasure for yourself in this life is choosing to act, behave and live not as if life consists of an abundance of possessions, but in the riches and abundance of truly knowing God. Rich towards God is a heart attitude. It's recognising and counting him of greater worth than any of the riches on this earth, and using those riches to demonstrate just how much you value God. When we turn our hearts and our affections towards the hand that provides every breath, we remind ourselves where our help consistently comes from, and any abundance beyond his daily provision is a gift that we should never take for granted, but always use wisely. When we see wealth as an investment in us, entrusted by its rightful owner, we are more likely to be thankful, grateful, and keep it in its right perspective. If then you have not been faithful in unrighteous wealth, who will entrust you with true riches? That's Jesus' words in Luke chapter 16 and verse 11. Wealth and money then resonate with significance because it enables each of us to exchange it for what we desire or share it with those we say we value. Fundamentally, what you do each day with your money uncovers what you truly value and what or whom has your heart. The wealth which we are entrusted with and accountable for is both hazardous and helpful. Hazardous when it has the capacity to show your value and that you value things more than God, or helpful in revealing true wealth and riches can only ever be sourced, understood and found in him. I'll see you next time.